The worst internet gun fails. 14, the Darwin Awards. And for anyone who's been like, oh, Del, you aren't paying enough attention. That's because half the time I don't know what's happening, because these gun ones are usually requested by chat. And I don't know a thing about guns. Stop judging me, bitch.
That was, he got no no.
I get 14 hours.
Oh.
What is up, you
'Cause
sexy YouTube
I'm
mother lovers, and
built
welcome
different.
back to another episode of the Darwin Awards. As we say here on the channel, guns are awesome. Idiots, not so much. When you put those two things together, you might end up with the winner of what we call here a Darwin Award. If you're not familiar with the concept of a Darwin Award, it's an award that you
For the
get
stupids.
often posthumously when you do something so stupid that you remove yourself from the gene pool. Hence the whole Darwin part, you know, the fittest continued to survive. In this episode, we're gonna have rappers negligently discharging, streamers being fucking streamers, big revolvers, and, well, titties. All this and
Honestly, I wouldn't touch a streamer with a gun.
more on this episode.
Like that story this put up with the kid that shot themselves recently for a video on TikTok.
The Darwin
Like,
Awards,
ugh.
so let's jump on in. But before we get to our first one, we do have a special guest for this episode. I figured I could use a little bit of help for this episode of the Darwin Awards, make it a little special.
Oh man. Hi everyone, Donut here.
He said the
Applause?
thing.
I don't know who this is. It's another man with the same haircut and a beard.
So while we're in front of this big ass monitor, we're gonna be enjoying these clips on a cell phone because production value. You know what I love, Cody?
I feel like my European friend when they asked if every redhead is related. And this is the same. I'm like, are they brothers?
Rap music videos.
I do too.
They're some of my favorite things.
Absolutely.
You wanna see some rappers being idiots?
I would love to see rappers being idiots. Do you know why I like rap music?
Why do you like rap music?
It was the most requested type of music when I used to arrest people when they were going to jail.
So I saw this clip going pretty viral over social media this last
That sounds fucked up.
couple weeks.
What do you say?
You seen this one?
Oh, is that where the guy shoots himself in the dick?
He almost shoots himself, and then no spoilers. So first of all, the music is that the you had a bad day.
I didn't know that.
Did you, oh, going back, is that what it is?
I think so.
What passes for rap these days? Jesus Christ! But he's got his Glock with the titty, I believe is what they call that now on the streets.
He does have it. I'm
The
sure
titty?
there's
The-
a
the
switch on the back
screech?
of it as well.
The whitest men alive on the streets, bro.
Of course, registered.
Register.
course.
Always register.
Always with them, yeah. So he tucks it in, dances like an idiot, just pull it out. Stop! So I actually went back and looked. That's the exact moment right there when it fires, and you can see an impact on the.
They say that, but this video was proven fake, so... like, they say this, but this video has came out, this video is fake, so maybe it's, like, done well, but this was a fake video.
It's close. Check it.
Bro, we were almost fortunate enough to have him never reproduce again.
He was almost lucky enough to be the first winner of the Darwin Award in the first clip. It's a high honor. I don't understand the whole point of like these music videos. Like, okay, so we've done stuff with firearms before for video content in the past, like
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
you know, for video production stuff, music videos even. The first thing you do with any gun on set is you clear it. You
Yeah.
make sure there's no there's no reason to have ammo on set.
Yeah, on my video, remember we did
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't actually had any ammo in it. There's most likely they fake this
the
to try and
comments
promote their
shooting
crap,
video.
because
Yeah.
they're...
And what did we do?
Sounds
We
like crap.
each passed a gun around and went clear, right? Clear. So yeah, having a loaded gun on a set like that,
Yeah, what's the flex in that?
Yeah, movies you aren't...
fucking
Yeah, most likely it was faked for clout. They do so much clout things. But yeah, movie sets you're not supposed to have real bullets either. Most of them don't. They're not even supposed to be anywhere near the facilities. It's why that person got sued for when someone died from a bullet because they used a set gun.
stupid.
Like an idiot.
I don't know.
So that was somebody clearly not clearing. You know what I mean? That was somebody not clearing a gun before they fucked around on a music video set. What if on the production set of said video or
Alec
a video,
Baldwin
like it,
one. But
somebody in
if it was real, probably next to their dumb as fuck kids, but they probably unaware that it was faked video editing.
Loaded a gun just to negligently discharge it.
I feel like we've seen this before. Something that rhymes with Schmaldwin.
So we're on a green screen here.
Baldwin, they say that, but the story about Alec Baldwin was that came out was the prop person took a prop gun to the firing range and used it with real bullets, and then bring it back and didn't clear it or something, and that's how a bullet got mixed in, a real bullet. So it was someone being completely negligent
Here.
in every way.
Another rap video.
Then I don't know. They said accidentally, but that was an accident. That was them using other people's property and being
And it's Kel-Tec sub 2000.
going against every rule.
Peak weaponry right there. So he's having a hard time charging.
Yeah, I know they're probably joking. It's just I don't think they really connect as well.
His homie comes over and helps him out.
So they were
welcome
actively
back, Prana.
charging
Welcome
the
back from your
rifle
nap.
for a video.
I don't know if they were trying to clear. Like he unfolds the gun, magazine clearly, or excuse me, stendo clearly in the bottom of the fucking grip. His buddy comes over, helps him load it. Immediately, fucking 1 second after the bolt goes home, NDs into the bottom of the studio.
That's an expensive studio.
That was an expensive studio.
I don't understand why they even used real guns. Like,
To make your video may have holes in it.
Slightly used green screen.
Everyone clear the set. We know what's about to happen.
Standard Atlanta music video studio. But issues like that are when you have to violate.
but also with stunt bullets in these situations, how do you know they're not using stunt bullets? Because aren't they made to look exactly the same?
Again. Like if you just stick with the four rules of gun safety, which we go over every episode, but might as well go over them again because you can never reinforce it too much. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Treat every weapon as if it's loaded. Never point a gun at anything you're not willing to destroy. And know your target and what's behind it. In order to have any sort of accident with a firearm where somebody gets hurt, you have to violate multiple rules of gun safety.
I'm about to violate some right now watching this shit. Why'd you put me in this shit? I'll see you at brunch.
Fuck you and I'll see you tomorrow. Now YouTube of course makes us censor Darwin Awards a lot of the time because there's some stuff in there that while we're okay with showing it, YouTube really isn't. So if you're interested in watching more uncensored content and maybe in the future uncensored Darwin Awards, we've got something for you. Something that actually we're both a part of is a new app called Pepperbox. Me and Cody just launched it with the rest of the unsubscribed crew. And for all of you guys that have been asking for an alternative to YouTube, this is it.
Imagine if
Why is everyone launching their own streaming services lately? This has to be the 3rd or 4th YouTuber I've seen do this. It is a bit cool. I wouldn't say it's particularly cold, but I think it's like 14 degrees.
Patreon YouTube instead of, YouTube us.
He's trying to say that we brought together some of the finest creators in this community and put them all together in one place without all the bullshit.
All right, well, to liven things up, I do actually have a video that's kind of neat. This is a video that I'm sure you've seen before.
Yeah, I wonder how much it is. Obviously, they get ad revenue. I think the strictness, so a lot of more... Because I've seen, well, big budget studio people are going other places. Yeah, that sometimes they are, but the thing is, a lot of the rules they have is ad revenue rules, so they would have to rely. I wonder if that's a subscription service like that other people's too, because if you rely, even making a different website, if you have ads, you're gonna have to come in contact with the exact same problems, I guess, because advertisers make the rules, sadly, not particularly YouTube, I guess.
There's something I noticed about it for the first time that I've never noticed before. So this is a guy who's
yeah, but I do wonder if there is something. Do they know something we don't for them to be mass exiting, jumping?
So he's a 3-gun shooter, or at least a a competition pistol shooter.
Gun ads? What do you mean?
So he's going to shoot
gun ads. That's the thing. I've never seen a gun ad. Does America have a lot of gun ads?
But he keeps the gun on target the entire time. And continues to make
For
the
real
shots.
crazy.
Always kept his gun in a safe direction. Didn't slip up at all.
Yeah.
like a fucking boss.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Here's something I never noticed about it. And this makes this a little
Never
bit
seen
better,
that gun
right? So this
ad?
is like a rare, like
Maybe
not
it's
Darwin
more
award, but a
prominent.
Darwin win. A Darwin. Ah.
New T-shirt.
Speaking of new t-shirts, we have new designs available over at Bunker Branding. Check them on out.
There's
As he
anti-gun
falls,
ads. Oh.
He lands a little fucked up on that hand.
Why would he still
So watch when he
shoot?
comes back up.
Ooh.
That pinky,
Oh, he broke his pinky.
Oh,
that's not supposed to be that way. But I mean, to have done that and still, like, he kept finger off the trigger, kept the gun on target, not only in a safe direction, but on target, bent over,
Nasty.
kind of
Gross.
funky. Like, that was impressive. But now that we had the rare Darwin, would you like
This
to
also brings me
go back-
into why I'm delaying the subathon on Twitch for birthday. One, so I can get back into my streaming almost every dayness with all the other YouTube and stuff. But two, because I'm hoping that the merch website, it will be up in June. Yay! Merch! Finally! That's
to
why
you
I'm
people.
delaying it for, like,
would.
until July.
I love rap videos.
Oh, good.
You know,
Finally,
we're done
1,000
with
years
rappers
later.
now. We're good. Now it's time to talk about women.
Women.
Now, women have actually become a huge part of the shooting community, much more so in the last few years, which is fucking awesome, right?
Absolutely.
You know, guns are the great equalizer, and I don't think there's a better demographic for people that, you know, guns can help more than women for self-defense.
Absolutely.
But just like everybody else, when you're getting into the hobby or you're getting into the
See,
sport,
guys, they said I could be trusted with a gun.
it needs to be done in a safe manner. And there's some areas with women that there are some, how would you put that, specific concerns. You ever had hot brass go down your neck?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It sucks.
It's like a rite of passage, right?
Yeah, and you got to kind of learn not to freak out when it happens.
Funny you should say that. So here we have a female shooter at an outdoor range, clearly going through some sort of pistol course, right?
I'm curious how this is women specifically a problem.
Brass goes right down the front.
We go.
Oh.
She is so fucking lucky. I don't think she shot her foot. Did you see that? That
Yeah.
second round?
Yeah, I'll believe it.
Oh.
But did you see where it pointed first?
Oh, right into
Yeah.
her pelvic bowl, dude.
Yeah, she points it right inward and to the dude behind her.
Ah.
While finger on the trigger and clearly, like, I don't know, what do you call that? Sympathetic muscle reflex?
Yeah.
Yeah. When she's
What is this? So when you have a recoil for a gun, do you have like a knee-jerk reaction in your back or something? I'm not really sure what it is. Does anyone want to explain it to me? But also, isn't this a general issue, or do women feel it harder? Like, because I was curious why this is a women-specific
He's
issue.
grabbing in her shirt. Like,
Is
when
that
you're
not what he
clenching
meant?
this muscle, your other hand wants to clench as well. Sympathetic reflex, right?
That's why you don't dual wield a taser and a gun at the same time.
Taser, taser, taser.
Yeah, because your brain in a high-stress situation might pull the wrong fucking trigger.
Because this seems like a noob problem if they're not
Almost
prepared for the...
discharged right there into of a JJ.
Which, yeah, the pelvic bowl is a not great place to get shot.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Because when you're in training, they teach you if people are wearing body armor, you shoot them in the dick.
I shot him in the dick. You shot me in the dick.
And it's not just because it's insult to injury or because it hurts a lot. That's
Oh my
actually a place
God.
that will drop somebody. Very hard to fix as well. As the saying goes, you can't put a tourniquet on a tent.
You put it around the
What?
throat, wrench it down.
No tears. in the dreams.
Oh, so that's the women Pacific thing. Shouldn't that also just be, you should definitely be dressed for attire? Like, definitely. It's like, you shouldn't shoot topless. You should probably wear the right gear, right? But, yeah. Oh, that's what they mean. So, because she went inwards with the gun when she fucked up, the brass went in the cleavage area, and then it was like, oh.
So we got another situation where it's the same thing. Actually, it's an indoor range this time.
Okay.
When we press play, it's just
Now I see. Because I was like waiting what was the specifically woman issue. And yeah.
Okay, we got the
Things getting stuck in the cleavage because it's harder to get out than with the guy. But I would say definitely the solution is to wear appropriate gear, I think. Because safety
the
first.
RSO's doing good. He's standing behind her. He's watching her.
But then this happens, and the RSO does do a good
The
job.
boober, it's kind of like cooking with oil with a low-cut shirt or shirtless as a man or a woman would be a dumb move. Because the last thing you want is like splatter hot oil down your cleavage and then you're like, ah! Yeah, especially big boomer. You're just fighting. So, always dress for the occasion.
RSO did an amazing job there.
Solid. Chef's kiss. On that
See,
RSO. That was
good instruction. Look at that. That's why you should be taught properly, definitely. I don't think anyone should handle a gun until they are taught
Which makes sense
correctly
that he's the only
and
person in this
and
situation
supervised.
who doesn't have a blurred face.
Only flat people can
Jeez,
wield
look at that.
firearms.
Slowing it down, look at that swing.
Yeah.
It smacks the table.
Oh.
Smacks the table and then points at the person next to her and then back at the RSO's junk. Not great.
I'm glad you still have a dick, RSO.
I am too. I hope you use it often. But that's something that women really like have to take into consideration. That's not a sexist thing at all. It's, you know, hey, if you're wearing something like low cut, brass tends to just go everywhere. Especially if you're shooting a handgun, stuff's coming out the top. Like it's not a consistent pattern of ejection. Or if you have people that are next to you at the
You
range.
think a common thing would just to have a certain kind of like wear guide, like to go into a shooting range, like long pants, long shirts or something? You think that would be easy? Like we have certain kind of like guidelines for certain things you have to wear. But that would solve the problem
Like that.
pretty quickly.
You have to take that into account. It's not. I mean, it's an area where brass.
But that's
can get
good on
caught.
movie shows,
and
but
that's-
not in real
that
life.
can be a
Exactly,
huge
unless
concern.
you're a model
so,
and you know how to
leadership-
handle a gun and you're there for the jiggle physics, put the titties away. If you're serious, this is serious business.
Being a 4th of July video a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And we all lined up to shoot, and Caleb Francis was to the left of Heather. I was to the right, and one of his hot pieces of brass went down her low-cut shirt, right in between her boobs that were pressed together, and now she has a permanent 5.56 scar in between her boobs. But you know what she did? She kept on target. She didn't swing and flail or anything like that, because I mean, she's been around firearms quite a bit. It do be like that. But
I don't understand. Why wouldn't you just put down the gun? If you have something hot or something, when you stop shooting, put down the gun and take it out. Why would you stay on target, keep holding the gun, and keep going? I don't really understand that, per se.
Train how you fight how you train. Oh.
You know, like a pet peeve of mine. is when
Again,
people take,
you should
women
probably
off
wear appropriate
the
attire
first
when
time,
firing.
give them a gun that's like way too big for them, like obviously way too big.
It's very mean.
It's kind of fucked up, and it makes women shy away from guns in general.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you see, she's got that gun that's
She-
way too big for her, like a 500 Magnum or something.
Oh Jesus.
That's
yeah.
a big ass gun.
And
Yep, that was 2 shots, wasn't it?
yep. Which, I mean, to be fair, she controlled that really well for the size of the gun.
She did.
I
But
almost punched her in the face. Exactly. See, this is the why people like make fun when girls have smaller guns. There's a reason
you
you
saw
you
that
picked
double
a gun
about
the right
halfway through
size.
the recoil, or at the end of the recoil there, she fired that second shot.
Yep.
So I've said before, because we've covered videos like that before on Darwin Awards. That can be really bad because, you know,
Okay,
if the gun...
this is also why I don't have a gun and I wouldn't use it. I panic too much, like with big sounds and stuff. Even in FPS games.
all the way back around, and people have pointed out in the comments, they're like,
Also
well, yeah, it
tinnitus,
never gets
that
like,
would
quite
ring.
that far. Like, yeah, it's not safe, but it never
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
quite
knowing
back
how to
towards
hold
your
it
face.
correctly and dealing with the power. That's why I would believe more a skilled woman knowing how to handle those guns. But it's definitely way too big for a
Well,
newbie.
that leads me to the next clip. Excuse the Chad stance in this gentleman.
Oh, buddy, lean
Oh
into
yeah,
it a
they
little bit.
I honestly think they probably gave it that too big gun, other than because they didn't have any other guns or to make fun of her. She wasn't ready and don't know why they allowed her to shoot that. Yeah, she obviously felt scared. Like that was probably her first time using a gun, just by how she screamed, too. And she had a very
Lean into
loose
it and
hand
grip
because
it
she was
firmly,
scared.
which he just doesn't. Check this out.
Oh my god, I just realized I'm a police officer. I watch gun videos. Are you guys gonna one day ask me to, like, fire a gun for the first time? Oh no. Oh no! No! I would go to a gun range with a teacher if I ever did it. Maybe. Hey, I would take safety serious. What the fuck?
Directly back.
Jesus! And they all just fucking watched!
And the guy jumps in. The guy jumps in and grabs it, which thank God. Although he grabbed it right over the cylinder, which, all right, yes, good to take control of the gun. That was the right move. But if he had
Fire
double
can
tapped
it be
while
with the
he had his hand over his
the
shoulder,
bikini outfit? I am not going to a fire range
no, he'd
with a
probably be missing a good
bikini.
chunk of a hand. So, like, if you don't know, there's a little bit of air gap on
Well,
a
it would be
revolver,
my real
because
person, wouldn't it? We
revolvers
can't
aren't
bring the
sealed. Like,
VTuber
the cylinder
model.
rotates, so it can't have a proper seal between the chamber and the barrel. And so there's
Hey,
a
hold it,
lot
look
of
'em in.
pressure right there at the moment.
Safety.
that the,
No, we have
bullet
we have some gun ranges here, and I think you have to shoot there for 8 weeks plus before you even qualify to get your license here or something. So there is some, but we have specific rules about it. Honestly, I saw a gun range inside a bowling alley here one time. They were connected. It was very odd. I wasn't expecting it. So you can literally go bowl a few games and then go to a gun range.
being pushed through. So if you put your finger there,
So
well,
that
I mean,
wouldn't
this
have
is
been a
what
bad
happens.
day for. Oh, that could have been a fucking terrible bye, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Jesus.
recommended.
Ain't gonna feel good.
No. So imagine that dude with his whole palm of his hand over the side of the cylinder.
Oh man, that could have been a whole fuck up.
Yeah. But look at when that comes all the way back, he is staring down the barrel. Like it is straight up.
Yeah.
It could not be any more square in his eye line.
And his finger is
Yep.
still directly on the trigger.
That would be, I mean...
That would be
if he
me.
had
That's
managed
me.
to
When
double
everyone's
tap
like,
it
what are
from
you
that
afraid of? What's the worst could happen if you had a gun? That.
angle,
That.
you'd need
I
a
would
pawn
never
shot if you
hold a
lined
gun
up
again
right.
if that happened to
Hats
me.
off to the RSOs out there that are actually doing their job and keeping people safe and not just being assholes for no reason.
What's going on, guys? Real quick, we're out filming a video that we can't really talk about yet, but it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah,
when it
see,
comes
that's
out.
the most common
I
you're
am
gonna
ready.
have guns in Oz is hunting on for other reasons because it's a natural, it's needed for pest control in Australia. Kangaroos are pests here. People, it is our national animal, but there's a fuck ton of them. So same with pig hunting, because pig is an invasive species, so wild pigs ruin so much and they spread around disease, and it's really it puts our natural animals at risk. So yeah, that's what I'm like. As long as rules, guns are kind of needed in Oz for at least even pest control.
World
Pet
War
control.
At the moment, if I was actually there on Normandy Beach running up against MG42s on a beachhead, I would definitely.
I'm gonna
feel
be
a little
honest.
bit
The only
better if
time
I
I'd
had some
consider
ballistic.
shooting a gun for a reward is if we hit 100K on YouTube or something on the React or one of the channels, and even then, I would have to do it in the safest way possible.
Plates, which is why I wanted to
'Cause I've
thank the
never
sponsor
actually
of today's
considered
video,
shooting a
Bullet
gun.
Safe. Stuff like their VP4 vest is the cutting edge of ballistic protection. It's great,
Can I wear a
effective, and
SWAT vest if I did it? I've always wanted to wear a SWAT outfit, like one of those like bulletproof vest outfits. I'll just turn up in full cosplay of a SWAT team from an anime, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing? Having fun."
It's level 3 rated, and they're made right here in the USA. Even better,
I wanted
they're
to
made
look
here in
fabulous
Texas. So if you're looking for
when I
some
shot
great
the gun.
discreet ballistic protection that's made right here in the US,
At
check
home.
out
Yeah.
Bullet Safe. Links are going to be down in the description and in the pinned comment. Seriously, check them out. We appreciate them sponsoring the Darwin Awards.
You want to see somebody
Hey Goose,
negligently
welcome in,
discharge a
homie.
grenade launcher?
Hong Kong.
I
The
feel
army
like I've
mask.
seen this one. It was in a foreign
Yeah,
country.
cosplay.
Yeah, I
Well,
believe it was Russia.
I just
Oh,
love
you
cop
alright, you
outfits.
did
They
see
look
this
so
one. You
cool,
saw this
especially
one.
like SWAT
Yeah,
ones
it's
and
a high
stuff.
school gymnasium in Russia.
what?
Because obviously they have a grenade launcher there. They're in the back over these giant watermarks because this has been
Sleep
passed
and
around
eat
on
randomly,
Telegram
it's not
80
particularly
fucking
loud.
times
Oh
in
my
the
God.
video.
What's the thought behind that? Hey, my kid's wrestling. You want to see my grenade launcher?
I mean, I've heard worse pickup lines.
Yeah. Why the fuck does...
Right there in the back.
What?
Right by what looks like the Florida flags.
Someone really didn't look like that.
Apparently he ND'd it into the ceiling, and it detonated in the ceiling.
Is anyone killed on that one?
I don't think so. I think there were some people
What?
injured, but I don't think anybody got killed.
Oh
According to
my
Atlas
god,
News,
Helldivers
at least 6
cosplay
people were
would be awesome for that. But you can't shoot with the helmet on.
wounded
You
after a
have the
grenade launcher
clear
was fired
sight.
inside of a school gym during a child's sambo tournament in a Russian-controlled city in Ukraine. God. All right, well, shit.
I guess they just got grenade launchers floating around out there.
What the
And
fuck?
maybe the guy just didn't know how to use a fucking grenade launcher, which I'm sure he would have known how to do if he had gotten a start in gunsmithing and weapons technology over at sdi.edu using the links down in the description and in the pinned comment. Smooth as glass.
You guys study
So for this
gunsmithing?
next clip, do you remember like the county fair when you were growing up?
America
They'd have those
loves
little,
their
competitions
guns.
Where you'd have like the little fake gun, like the little pellet gun or something.
Yeah, it's like a little BB gun type shit.
Yeah.
Well,
much.
if you're gonna like
This is
guns, you
one of
better know.
those,
You should
except
at least
this
know a lot
is
about them
I guess,
in it, so it comes
an
back.
unforeseen
Awesome!
casualty.
That is so
So the
awesome.
lady on the left is.
I've been
working
saving
behind
up
a
because
counter,
I
the
wanted to
lady
get
on the
my
right-
brother-in-law something cool, and I'm saving up. I'll pause for ads so people don't die. I'm saving up for that Spider-Man mask. You know where the eyes move, because he's been wanting one for like a bajillion years. So I was saving up for that one for his Christmas because he doesn't usually get that many gifts. So yeah, it's like $300, but I'm saving it up for him because he always kind of gets left out with gifts, even from me sometimes. So I was like, I saw it, I was like, that's what I'm gonna save up for him this year. Because I do spoil the kids a lot, but you know, sometimes you got to give a present to the mums and dads. They don't always get stuff. But yeah, I love those kind of helmet works and stuff like that. They look so cool. I've got my Class C firearms license. Is a real pain to have. So what does Class C let you do? The firearm license, and how hard was it to get? Helmets and paints them. Ooh, yeah, that's so cool. I love that. I love that kind of stuff. Like when you actually get into it, you can make so many cool things. I had a 3D printer. My sister has it right now because I had trouble leveling it, and she's handier than I am, so she fixed it because there was actually something wrong with the spout that I got, so she fixed it for me. And she was gonna see if she wanted to pick up 3D printing as a hobby. If not, it comes back to me. But yeah, so she's still testing it out to see if she wants to do 3D printing. Still praying because I love the 3D printing, but I hate listening to it. It's so loud. My next cars are going to need much 3D printing. If it's filament, they're not too expensive, but if you want resin, it gets more expensive. Because I think the Creality ones, I think it only cost $280, but that was 2 years ago. I got or something. Yes, I would suggest a resin printer for Warhammer or small figurines. It is better. Filament is cheapest. 3D resin gets you that good quality though.
Right has just.
Okay, we're back on the ad hell. Let's continue. I would say it's worth it if you want to cosplay a lot, but it depends what you want to make.
Oh, hits her right in the head.
Oh, she goes down.
Ooh.
But all right, watch that one more time. Mixed feelings on this one.
Yes, because she obviously doesn't know how to shoot. You can see she has the butt of the rifle on her shoulder.
Yeah.
But then also, why is she standing up when she knows there's, like, you know, loaded firearms out there?
And also, why
that
is she
what you're
pulling the
supposed-
trigger when her sights are obviously obscured by, I don't know, a human head?
It's so
Soccer
close.
act-
It's so close to where they're supposed to be shooting. Is that where she's supposed to be shooting? Yeah, that is weird. As necessary as you can cement it with 10 round capacity mag and a little more. Oh! Yeah, it's a BB gun, but still, that feels so close to
And
where
the
they're
award of
firing
the year
to.
goes to this chick who got hit. Because you can see, when you slow it down, the projectile just bounce off. There is nothing in her head. She just gets mildly whacked by something plastic. She grabs her head and immediately just realizes opportunity.
Shut the
Not that
fuck
it
up.
didn't fucking hurt.
Shut the that probably fucking hurt, okay? I heard BB guns hurt, and that hit you square in the fucking face.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
you
sure I
got
heard
me
like a motherfucker.
Been shot in the head by airsoft before. But it's
Yeah,
not
the size of those is definitely like airsoft pellets in there.
Yeah, most importantly, like nothing penetrated skin.
Yeah.
She just, oh, my stars. She immediately saw, like, I can get out of this life. This is my insurance claim that takes me to the big time.
She probably, okay, honestly, as someone who covers their face, she probably went down so she doesn't fucking cry. Because honestly, even if it didn't hurt so bad, you had to go down. Sometimes the pain is residual and you don't want to fucking cry or fetal position. It's kind of like when you get kicked in the balls or something, and you know the pain's gonna go away, but you're just like, oh, I don't want to piss myself in front of everyone. You know, even if it's not the worst kick in the balls of your life, you really don't want to take the risk.
I don't have to be a
Might not
carny
feel, but
anymore.
pain is real. Yeah,
You know what I'd really like to
it
talk
got her
about?
like on the cheek too, which probably sucked.
Aiden Ross.
Again, yes. You don't want to get shot again.
So for those of you who don't know, Aiden Ross is a streamer, an IRL streamer, which stands for in real life, the place that streamers like that do not live. I just know he's one of these like young kids who made it big on these streaming platforms that other young kids watch, and I don't know, that something to do with gambling.
Yeah,
I
damn
do
kids.
this shit now. But anyway, we did see him the other day because of
Musubi
this
kick.
little clip that was floating around social media. He went to a gun range to shoot a Cybertruck, which, speaking of which, Elon, come on, homie. We pre-ordered Cybertrucks like fucking 3 years ago. We'd want to do.
They pre-ordered Cybertrucks. I kind of lost a little respect there. Okay,
Cool shit.
just a little bit.
Yeah, so Aiden Ross was out shooting a Cybertruck, and then one of the guys who's apparently like a firearm instructor there at the range they were using comes up and does this.
Where?
Oh my god! What the hell was that? He shot it! Cheeser!
Jesus.
And everyone laughs.
Hysterical.
Brandon, what would happen at one of our range days if someone did that?
Bare minimum,
Okay.
you would get your
Okay,
fucking
respect
ass
be
kicked.
given if they just pre-ordered it to shoot at it, but they said they both did. Okay, so fair. But that's a risk of a lot of content. But I don't know, I find most Teslas are hunks of overpriced shit from everything I've heard about it, so... Because I'm all for, like, energy-efficient cars or something, and I hope anyone else makes a better car, but they make crap cars, they're overly expensive, and Elon Musk is kind of a dick. So, that's all I need to know.
And you'd at least be kicked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would be escorted off the property.
Probably both, actually. You'd probably get your ass kicked, and then you'd be, banned from showing
Yeah,
up ever again.
I heard Australia is like researching energy efficient cars, and I'm like, please.
Man, I don't think any of those special forces, RSOs that we have at our range days would appreciate that very much at all.
I don't believe they would.
Oh my god!
Point is, gun safety is very important. And that was
Speaking
not-
of that, embarrassing, but one of my cousins actually ordered a Tesla in Australia. It was like over $100,000. He saved up $50,000 because he lives with his mummy, so he has no rental bills and stuff. And he decided with his money to order a Tesla, even though he just has a normal Costco kind of job, kind of thing, like a shopping center job. It just all his money's profit because he lives with his mummy. And my grandma literally is like, "Can you talk him out of it?" I'm like, "I can't help stupid, grandma. I can't help stupid." He's like, he's already sold on it. There's nothing I can really do.
very safe at all.
But I mean, you could very clearly tell.
Things
that
you
was
can order
almost
than
his feet.
like a PS.
It was-
Exactly. I would give it to him. He's bought his mum a washing machine and stuff like that, like a dishwasher, like things for the house. But $50K, like I understand liking a car, but like it's a Tesla. They're so expensive to upkeep too. You could buy the fanciest vintage beautiful cars actually worth that money and keeps its price. Teslas do not. I can understand some car enthusiasts, but a Tesla? They're not even pretty. Like,
very close. And this guy is just laughing the whole time. The guy's even angling it towards his feet.
why Tesla?
There's
owners?
absolutely no fucking reason to do that.
Also, when you're walking back from the range, why is your rifle loaded?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. We got another angle of that.
He already has a
There's
girlfriend. He got a girlfriend, and she's, as any good cousin would, I tell him that she's too good for him. She's like training to be a teacher and stuff, and I'm like, she's more educated and better than you. Hold on tight, boy. Because what kind of cousin wouldn't?
actually an angle here that I
Because
haven't
I ride
seen
it on
before.
so
I've
much.
never seen this angle.
Yes, that's the thing. You have to be aware of upkeep on the things you buy. You may be able to buy the sticker price, but everything has an upkeep price. And you want to keep in mind resale price. Modern cars do not keep their resale price because they don't last long enough to become vintage most of the time. You know how hard it is to actually find some period cars, like of the newer ones, because they don't last like they used to. Like, imagine some of the plastic crap we make now lasting 100 years. Like, no. Like, my granddad's literally 2 years off having one of his cars for 100 years now. And he's waiting on it. And they just don't get made like
Right,
that.
almost on his feet.
Be safer, guys.
You know, we just threw a lot of shade at Aiden Ross. I don't think he probably wasn't at fault for that, like, at all.
Yeah.
I think we just instinctively shat on a kick streamer.
Well, especially with all those kids around, and they saw that, and they're like, oh, this is funny to do. We're
Yeah.
going to do this next time we're at the range.
Yeah.
You can't preach
I
to people,
like how we
guns aren't a toy, you know, you
I like how we ended up on a rant about cars in a gun video.
need to be safe and then do shit like that.
Kick is a fucking cesspool of this kind of behavior, and that's what I hate about it. People's like, what's worse? What's the worst thing that you do if you uncensor everything on the internet? Stupidity. Stupidity happens if you just let people go rampant. And then some
was
stupid
totally, like,
8-year-old sees this and does something stupid because children are stupid.
Us being a victim of a crime, but we shat on him first. Oh well. And now on to the main event.
Oh, there's a main event.
There's a main event. There's an actual Darwin Award this time around. All right.
Let's do it.
Sometimes you have to
So are
bully
you
the children
familiar,
first.
real quick, with the point gun at Venus trend?
Oh, yeah. Where
Yeah.
people take their firearms
What?
and they play with the trigger slack pointed at their dicks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's something that we've covered exactly one time on Darwin Awards, and
No.
it is not something that I said I would never cover it again. Just because I don't want people to fucking repeat it, because it's not a cool trend. It's just fucking something. It's fucking stupid, right? I don't want people to copycat thinking like, this is my way to get on Darwin Awards. That's why I said I wouldn't cover it. But this one was absolutely
Okay, what I hate about this is like, didn't everyone agree putting guns in your pants belt was stupid? How is pointing a gun at your dick?
fucking everywhere it went. You know, it was all over social media.
He actually does it, doesn't he?
Because this one violates, again, it's like every fucking rule of firearm safety. You've got a proven loaded Glock. You've got live round there in the magazine, and he slams it home.
Okay. Slide forward. Yep.
Already, this should be fucking wigging you out.
I know where this is going.
Yeah. We're at, well, it's main event time, so you know exactly where this is going.
Are you like
If you're a gun guy,
squealing?
this should absolutely be flipping you out right now. Just loaded
like,
gun pointed at junk. And
Oh God! Did he like?
you fucked around and you found out you got the surprise inside.
Well, do you notice he does the slack more and more every time? So it's like, what are you
Why?
waiting for?
But look at that hole.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that's not faked.
So, yep, so because box of nope, it's not fake either. Why? Isn't it dangerous enough putting it there? Why would you play with the trigger? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe he wasn't meant to reproduce. Maybe it wasn't meant to be for him, okay? Maybe his genetic code was meant to be taken out of the gene pool. And it sucks, but it's what needed to happen, okay? Jesus Christ, though.
That was he got no dick, no mom.
With the balls? What the
I said I
fuck?
wouldn't talk about it again, and I really thought I wouldn't have to, but this one went absolutely everywhere, all over social media. Well, I didn't really want to bring this up again. We gained like
I don't have a wang, and I flinched at that. Jesus.
1 million subscribers plus since then, so this is just a nice refresher of what happens when you disregard the gun safety rules. The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
His penis found out.
He probably survived, but if anything was a non-death related Darwin Award, it is definitely shooting yourself in the reproductive bits.
Because he survived, but the likelihood his penis did, not high, not high.
Yeah, I don't think your bloodline's gonna continue. And at that point, nor should it. So this gentleman not only found the brand new decocker on his Glock, but he also was just now
The
awarded
decocker? Oh
the
my
Darwin
god.
Award. And I think that pretty much wraps up all we've got for this episode of the Darwin Awards. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to check out Pepperbox. Again, links are in the description
yes.
and in the pinned comment. Be
The
sure to
great
check out my buddy
decocker.
here, Cody, Donut Operator. Thanks for coming on the channel, buddy.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm not gonna point a gun at my cock anymore, so I really appreciate that.
You know, that's just those teachable moments. I'm glad we can share
Guns
this
aren't
together.
toys, people.
But most importantly, I appreciate you for staying all the way
That's
to the
why
end.
it's a
I
Glock.
appreciate you guys for watching this
God.
far, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video.
Oh my god. And there we go. Are you happy, Roxas? If anyone wants to blame someone for why I'm always confused in some videos, it's because of Roxas. Roxas, it's him. He likes when I'm confused. Oh, cooled out. Okay, yeah, but yeah, that was a fine video. I always find the gun fails easier to understand because I don't need to know too much about a gun at that point. You know, people do dumb stuff with